Thanks for the wedding gift, my sister Chloe said with a smirk, clinking her glass. My parents laughed with her, celebrating their victory. I smiled back, not because I had forgiven them, but because my plan was already in motion. The lakeside house was more than just a piece of property to me. It was my safe place. I bought it with my first real paycheck and built it up myself. I worked weekends, holidays, and skipped vacations just to build something that was mine, but in their eyes, it was just something to be used for my sister's big day. She had always been the favorite child, the one they babied. I was the dependable one, the quiet support holding everything up. When I was younger, I didn't mind. I thought making sacrifices for them was a sign of love. I thought being patient meant I was a good family member. But patience goes bad. When you realize the people you trust are taking parts of you to give to someone else, the betrayal came without a warning. I noticed the first sign when the property tax bill didn't come to my house. Then the title insurance company called for a routine check. They said routine until I saw my sister's name where mine should have been. That's when I understood. They had sold the house, my house, and they didn't even tell me until it was too late. I didn't lose my temper. I didn't yell. Instead, I let them believe I was too shocked to speak. I agreed when they bragged about the flowers, the wedding place, and the expensive drinks. I went along with it when they said you'll understand one day. Family comes first. But in the quiet hours I worked. I looked into the sale, I found out who the buyer was, and I got all the contracts. I examined every signature, every rule, and every detail. That's when I found the mistake. They hadn't just sold it, they had rushed things and cut corners on the paperwork. They ignored state rules about what they had to share. The deal wasn't legal, which meant the house wasn't gone. Not yet. I hired my own lawyer, not a flashy one, but a very careful one. I didn't fight the sale directly. That would have been messy and public. Instead, I set up traps in secret. First, I filed a notice saying there was a problem with the title. This made the property's legal status unclear. No buyer wants to have problems with their property. Second, I found old tax records, utility bills and photos as proof that I, not my parents, had been the only financial owner for years. Third, I asked to stop the transfer, saying it was a case of fraud. My parents thought the problem was finished. My sister thought her $230,000 dream was safe. None of them saw the disaster coming. The wedding day arrived. It was huge and overdone, a crazy show of too much. Guests whispered about the cake, the musicians, and the ice. Statue melting in the corner. I went in a simple suit with a calm smile. The quiet brother once again, until the party. That's when I made my move. The mail arrived right on time. I had planned it perfectly. A delivery person walked into the room and handed the envelope right to my father. He opened it, smiling, expecting another card full of money. Then he read the first page. His face went white. His hands shook. My mother grabbed the papers, looking at them quickly and nervously. My sister, shining in her wedding dress, leaned over her cake looking confused. "What is it?" she asked. They didn't answer. They couldn't, because what they held was the notice. The lakeside house was legally frozen. The sale was being challenged. The money was being looked into. The buyer was backing out. The $230,000 was gone. The wedding gift had turned to nothing. I didn't have to say a word, but I did. "Check your mail," I said softly, raising my glass. They looked at me then, not with laughter, but with fear. They finally understood. Every guest saw their faces turn pale. Every guest saw the family revealed as cheaters. The whispers spread fast, and I just kept smiling. The result was terrible. Vendors weren't paid money from deposits, was taken back, and their good name was destroyed. My sister's marriage began with debt and shame. My parents tried to fight me, tried to call me cruel, but the documents told a different story. Every lie, every theft, every manipulation, they all fell apart under scrutiny. They lost their control over me that night. And even worse, they lost control over the perfect image they had built for the world. Do I feel bad about it? No. They stole my house. I took away their pride, their comfort, and their fake, perfect image. The lakeside house is back in my name now. The water still looks the same way it always did. But when I sit on that porch, I am not the same person because I learned the price of staying silent, and I learned how powerful it is to make people pay it back with interest.